is a special day. In this video, I am going to share with you why your animal is not getting better despite being treated a number of times. And the first reason is incorrect diagnosis. Maybe you didn't get the underlying cause of the disease well, and then you are treating a disease that does not exist. In that case, no matter how much drug or medications you give it to the animal, it will never recover. So that is the first one, incorrect diagnosis. And the next one could also be that there has been resistance or complicated issues. The overuse of anything is bad, and maybe you have been using a particular drug continuously. Maybe the sick animal is actually suffering from that particular condition, but because you have previously overused that medicine, it has, like, the bacteria or the causative organism in the animal has actually developed immunity, and then that particular dosage you give to the pig previously or your animal previously is no more active and is no more able to fight the same infection. That means it will need a different ingredient, active ingredients altogether, or a different dosage. But here's the case: you are still going by the old way of doing it, and the immunity can never be conquered in that way. And the next reason why your sick animal might not be getting better despite your continuous effort is that you are giving the wrong dosage of the medicines to your pig. If you're to give 2 ml for 2 weeks, maybe morning and evening for 2 weeks, and then you are only giving, maybe in the week, you are giving 3 times in the week to the animal, that one, no matter what, it's not going to work. It is just going to calm the organism down. But if the organism is recharged again, it means it will conquer the whole system of your animal, and it will even do worse than if you had allowed it to stay with your animal that way. And with the wrong dosage too, sometimes you overdo it or you underdo it. If you have to give 2 and you give 1, that is, you are underdoing it. And if you have to give 2 and you also give 4, you're overdoing it, and that could actually lead to other implications aside what your animal is already suffering from. So they are all part of it. And with this, what happens is the actual cause of the disease you are treating is actually treated, but it has created another issue for the animal. So that is what you are supposed to read the labels on your veterinary drugs and then get it right. The weight they indicate on it should never be neglected. They know why it is indicated. So follow the label and administer as such to have your animal safe. If your animal is also not recovering, sometimes it's not about the medicine you are giving to the animal. It is the care and then the support you are not giving to the animal. How do you intend to make your sick animal recover faster if you don't provide a conducive environment for it? You have kept this animal in a very dirty environment. You yourself, you are not comfortable standing in this environment, yet you expect the sick animal to recover from this same dirty place. Okay, the place is very humid, dirty, smelling, and very cold for the pig. Meanwhile, maybe as I'm talking to you, the animal itself is suffering from respiratory infections and is having all these mucus around the nose and then tears coming out of the eyes, yet it is still in this cold. In that case, recovering will be very difficult. With the insufficient support you give to the animal, it could also be that you are doing the right thing with the conduciveness, but you are always rushing. You are giving the animal harsh treatment in terms of movement. Maybe you go there and you want the animal to move to the next room. What you do is you just drag it, or you use some kind of cane to hasten the process. In that case, your animal will actually not recover for you fast. That's why sometimes we as humans, when we are sick, we are asked to stay, rest, take enough rest by sleeping more and not going out. We should cut down certain activities. It is the same thing with your animals. Despite the fact that they will be raised for meat at the end, it does not mean that you should treat them anyhow. This is the time for you to show them that love that you have for them and treat them better. So don't mishandle them. Give them care by providing for them the conducive environment, good feed, and then provide the water. Make sure the environment is very clean and then it's very tidy, such that you yourself, you are comfortable standing inside there. In that case, if your animal doesn't even recover, you have done your part. And if anybody comes to your farm, they know that this man has done his part, or this woman has done his part of the work, just that the animal is beyond control. So let's leave it as it is, or we should do something about it. What I have observed is sometimes most of we the farmers, you complain that your animal is sick and it's not recovering. Meanwhile, the veterinary comes to the farm to see the condition of the farm, like the environment itself. That one alone is a A1 disease for the animal. Okay, it's a first class disease for the animal to suffer. So keep the place neat and tidy for your animals. And if your animal is not also recovering, the next reason could be that you have delayed with the intervention. That's why I always say pig farming or animal farming, you need this to open your eye. It should be critical, and you should be able to take note of every little change. Pay attention to details. Anything little that changes in your animal, you should be able to easily detect it and see it faster. Okay, that is the shortest way to bring your animal back to life. So if you are not observing your animals, if yours is to just drop the feed there and leave, give the water and leave, and not paying attention to what the animals are doing, you go and come back and find it, even if it is not eaten, it will be dead. So that's why I say for animal farming and even farming in general, you need to have that passion. Like me, if I go there and my animals are even eating up, like I love how they are like they do this to get group eating. You see them rushing up and down, passing over each other, and I just observe them and I feel happy about how the animals are doing. So if you are passionate about your animals, you even have time to see what they are doing, and then you observe them each morning. There's no wonder you see me in my videos where sometimes I'll just go there, pick this piglet up and leave them, just try to check them. Okay, they are all part of just checking to see that your animals are active. And if you enter your farm and the animal is not active, always lie there down. What you can do is just tap it a bit, tap it from behind. Okay, if you tap it from behind, you see that it will start to shake itself and then you activate it. But don't force it. So if your animal is not recovering, it could be that it didn't pay attention when the disease was or the infection was in its initial phase. You waited till the thing got into the danger zone, and correcting that will take a lot of time and maybe cost you more than you would have ever spent on your farm. So these are some of the reasons why your sick animal will not be recovering. If the intervention is delayed, it could cause that. And if you did not also diagnose it well, and then you are giving a medication for a disease that does not exist in the pig, it means you are doing, they say cause 90, and nothing will happen to your animal.
Sa frente, ela vai, né? Ele não.